Okay then, morning Francis, here is your workout. I hope it's not too long, I haven't timed it yet. So we always start with setting up the body. Now you are, as I said, in a lot better shape than you led me to believe in your email. So I am doing this seated as we agreed, but you can do it standing. So feet together, turn your toes out at 10 to 2, lift your heels behind. And this will bring your thighs, ankles, hips in a line. Imagine a thread, lengthen the neck, take the shoulders down and back and leave them there. Engage the core, so from relaxed, belly button towards the spine. Pelvic floor inside, lift it, lower it halfway, teeny bit more, leave it there. I will nag you. The breathing is in through the nose for 4, out through the mouth for 4, whilst keeping the core engaged, keeping the pelvic floor lifted, keeping the shoulders down and back, keeping the neck lengthened. So all of that in place whilst. So you're now set up for good posture, and this is how I want to see you all the time. Here. Definitely not here. Okay, so that should take seconds once you've got used to it. Now we mobilize everywhere and we work on the breath. So inhale, exhale to the 4 beats to the side and inhale back. Exhale 4 to the other side, inhale back. Do a small one first, keep going, and then go bigger, but you don't move the shoulders at all. So there's 3, there's 4. Now take chin to ceiling, same breath rate, still got your core engaged, pelvic floor lifted. But even this is a core exercise if you keep your core engaged. About 4 of everything. And you should be doing this anyway. You could do it in the car when you're at the traffic lights. You could do this before you get out of bed. There's 4. Now circle the nose. Now we're not rushing it. Still got my shoulders down and back. There's 4. Change direction. Yes, we talked about hearing it crunching and creaking. But don't forget you haven't done this for a long time, so it's going to be complaining. Oh, and I hope you haven't got the DOMs from yesterday. Okay, there's 4. Now I'm going to circle the shoulders. So from the side, it looks like this. Easy 4. And the other way, 4. Now we're going to have the whole arm out, shoulder height, small one first just to get used to what's happening, and then go large. So we do 4 backwards. So we inhale, exhale. There's 2 already. 3, 4. Nice job. And back the other way. You were really good at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Barbara Windsor. 1. You may ache here today. You'll get used to it and you'll get over it. So diagonals, 1, clap, diagonal, clap, other diagonal, clap, other diagonal. And of course you can do more of these if you want to. You don't just have to do 4. It's just that we don't want to spend too long at it, do we? Now we move down to the waist. And I remember you struggling to wiggle your hips at first. So if it's a problem, you round the back, arch the back, one side, other side. But you will crack how to, and the other way. And then you were able to do this standing. So remember to practice your balance, hold on as little as possible. Here we go. Now your bad leg, point it at the front, bring it back. Side, back, behind, back. It's really working your bum. Front, side, back, front, side. Still got the core engaged, back. Still got the shoulders down and back. And I'm using very little help. And then the other leg, you were able to do the circle, which is great. And again, this is a super balanced practice. So if you don't need to hold on for grim death, that's better. So in my class, people who are coming who don't have your injury issues, they would be doing this like this eventually. Okay, so there's something to work for. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, well, can you sit back down for this bit? So then it was just on toes, 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 heels, toes, heels, toes. It's just to warm up the ankles, circle the ankles and the wrists at the same time. I like to multitask. We're impatient, if you remember. And the other one. So this will precede every workout. And like I say, you can do more or less. Then you grab your tins, because we are now doing arm exercises. And you found these a bit of a killer, which is good. It means you're working hard. So we've got our arms out to the side at right angles. Everything is right angle. And then you take the tin straight up to the ceiling and join them like you did. Brilliant that was. And down. There's one. There's two. There's three. And it is supposed to hurt. It's work. You're doing some work. Four. Next one. Straight arm raises out to the side. And if it helps encourage you, don't forget, this is so that you have strong arms. And we're squeezing the tin, by the way. Nothing lax. This is so you have strong arms, because you have got to lug yourself around on crutches for quite a while, and it's quite daunting. And then bicep curls. Am I doing it in the right order? Yes, bicep curls. So bicep curls, I'll show you from the side. My elbow and arm is straight. Grab the tin very tight, and you do it with both arms, and bring the tin up to your shoulder. Take it down. You don't drop it down, you take it down, okay? So you're better at counting than me. I think that's 3, 4. Brilliant. Now the tricep dip, tricep kickback is the one that's a bit difficult to get a hand on. You grip the tin tight, arm down by the side. Take your arm back as high as you can without any pain. And again, you can do both sides at once. So you bring the tin in and out. And you'll really feel that bingo wing working hard. 2, 3, 4. I think one of those should do more. And then out to the front. So again, you do both arms at the same time. Don't forget shoulders down and back, which you were good at. Raising it at the front 4 times. So you only bring it up to shoulder height. 2. Gripping the tin tight, because that's also working your hands and forearms. 3, 4. Super. Next is now, so now we've done your shoulders and we've peeled those off in your arms. Now we're going to move down to the waist area. So while you've got the tins, we do the side bend. So it's over. Remember, we're not leaning forward or backwards at all. So from the side, it looks like this. Cores engaged, shoulders stay down and back. And it is 4 each side. Brilliant. And then we ditch those. And then we're going to do the skating one, which this is what we're building up to, but you didn't like it on this side. So we're just going out and in, core engaged the whole time, out and in, out. And it's as though you're drawing a straight line with that toe. So the toe is going in a straight line out. So it's not coming behind at all. And one more. And then you need to swap sides, get one cheek on and do the other side. And if this one can go further, that's great, because you're really working these side muscles now in your bum. 1, 2 more. 1. And if you want to bring your arms in, that'd be lovely. It's up to you. Work up to that one. Oh, the good morning. You were ace at this. So do a mini one first here. And then you went straight up to hands by your head. Now remember, No rounding of the back. Everything is straight. 1. So coming up is brilliant for the back. So at the moment we're doing 4 of everything, and that is brilliant. So don't forget, you can do more, because I've left it while I'm chatting, you've got a bit of a gap, so you could just keep going and doing more. And then the spine twist, prayer position, fingers on your chin, thumb on your chest, keeping exactly the amount of same weight on both bums. Turn to the side, keeping the shoulders down and back. This is really working the core. And remember, I said the core is all the way around. It's not just the front bit. There's 1 rep. There's 2. I love this one. 3. There's loads of progressions as well. So it's very easy to make harder and harder and harder for when you get fitter. Brilliant. And so you didn't like this one because you're bad hip, and that's perfect, because when you've had your hip up, you won't be able to take your knee across. So we've decided we were just going to bring it up instead. And you can push down on the seat at the moment. Soon you won't be able to. You'll be able to release it and it'll be much harder. But for now, if you need to, there's 4. Change leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the next 2, this is press ups done against the wall, but so you can see me, I'm going to do it against the chair. But if you remember, you did it against the wall out there. And while I'm chatting, you could, if you want, increase the reps of that last one, because you were good at that. Okay, so you take your feet away from the wall, you have your hands at shoulder height and just slightly wider than shoulders. And then the elbows go out as you go in, and you were brilliant at not sticking your bum out. So, in fact, you can't even see, can you? So you were really good at keeping that straight body, and you did 10 of these. So there's 2. This is called an inclined press up. And as you get better, you make the incline lower and lower. I think that's 6, but it might be 7. And you'd never do it against a chair, because the chair is creeping forward, as you can see. So I think 1 more. And I think that's 10. But if you can manage more, do more. The next one was planked down dog, which I want you to do on the kitchen work surfaces, because they won't move, nice and sturdy. I'm going to do it on here just for an example. And you liked this because it's where you get that great big stretch in your back and your shoulders. So it's there. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so while I'm chatting, you could be doing some more, or you can be having a rest. Next. All right, now this is for your legs and feet. So we're going to raise one leg. Now this was the one where you were struggling a little bit with the proprioception, the coordination. So keep your thigh firmly on the chair. Bring the foot up, but without rounding your back. Flex the foot. Feel that really strong thigh muscle and take it down. And this is the right speed. Raise it. Flex the foot. Relax and down. There's 2. Raise, flex, relax and down. 1 more. Raise, flex, relax and down. Change leg. Raise, flex, relax, down. So I've got my heart rate up to 81 now. I suspect yours would be higher, which is great because you're burning calories. And at the end of the day, it's calories in versus calorie out. We need to be in a deficit of calories to lose weight. And I know you know all this, but just pointing it out. Now, you were good at this, so we're going to do it with 2 legs. So bring up, flex, relax, and down. Up, flex, relax, and down. And while we do the last 2, think about something you could give up that's high calorie. Just one thing, only one thing. And I know I'm not a nutritionist. We talked about this, didn't we? But I love it. You know, I wish I could find the time to do it. And down. So the next one was the, again, you've got to watch your hip. But it's lift, out, in, down. In, out, in. If you need to hold on to the seat, you can. But if you don't, this is brilliant. This is so good for all the inner thigh, outer thigh bum muscles. One more. And down. So really, we've done 4 of everything at the moment. And you can do more. You can also do the arm ones and then stop, press pause, and then do, say, the leg ones another time. So as long as you're doing it, it doesn't matter. You don't have to spend half an hour in one block. You can do 7 blocks a day, doesn't matter. Okay, so there's that one. Now we need to work the hands. Again, this is with bearing in mind, A, it's an all over body workout, but B, your hands are going to be killing with these crutches. There were only 2 exercises. One was with a tight fist around the ball, and then the second one was with the flat hands like a crocodile. So this is a big one. We're only doing 3. I think we did 2. So squeeze the ball, squeeze it. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. So it's 3 full Pilates breaths. Remember to keep your shoulders down and back, core engaged, pelvic floor lifted. And relax. Wiggle the fingers, same again. 3 full breaths. And then the second one with the crocodile hands. 3 full breaths again, 2 times. Or twice. And then the last one, which you found perfectly weird because we do all do the same thing, don't we? So screw that towel tight, tight, tight. You'll feel all your forearms working. 3 full Pilates breaths again. Really working those wrists, hands. They're probably aching today. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Relax. And then again. Even your shoulders are working. And relax. Now, the hard thing is doing it the other way now. It's weird. Who even does this? Anyway, we're doing it. And relax. One more. So again, if you wanted to cut down on the time, you could not do this in your exercise routine, but you could do it extra hard when you are, I don't know, in the kitchen doing stuff. So that's that done. The last bit of the body is the ankles and feet. Now you've got one of these at home. Make sure it's nice and flat so it doesn't dig into your foot. Put your foot in it. Now remember, this has got to be very conscious, very precise. So flex the foot and get some tension on the balance, shoulders down and back. Now point and flex, all under control. So what I say is bring it back, not ping it back. And as we said, this is so good because this is what meant that when I came out of plaster, I did not have any muscle wastage. It's 4 again, just to keep it easy. And then we circled the ankle 4 times one way. And 4 times the other way. I might have written different numbers down, but actually while I'm doing it, I'm thinking it's better to just remember 4, and then you can do it mindlessly once you, well, the numbers mindlessly. Change foot, so it's flex and point 4 times. When you do these exercises, I'm afraid you can't ever take them for granted. You have to concentrate, but you can, once you've got the routine sussed, you can do these things while you're watching telly or chatting on the phone on hands-free. That's another good time. I don't call it a waste of time, circling the ankle. I don't call it a waste of time chatting on the phone because I love to chat, but really I like to multitask. And you did kind of cough to being as impatient as me. I'm not sure how long we've been. I'll tell you in a minute. There we are. Now, while we had the band in our hand, we did one more shoulder exercise. The shoulders down and back, elbows lead, and you pull the elbows up and down. From the side, it looks like this. Up, elbows leading, no rounding of the back, and we've got to get your neck back in shape. There's 2. This is really tough, this is. So if you're doing 4 of these, it's brilliant. And there's 4. Relax. While I'm here, I'm just going to show you your neck. So remember, we've got it lengthened up to the ceiling. Our chin is parallel with the floor. And then we protract and retract. And this is what I want you to do in bed before you get out of bed. But doing it here is great as well. So we'll do 4, so don't forget. So apart from that, there's 2 balances, which again, if you want to, you can do here. But if you want to cut this short, you can do these while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, whatever, you know. So you were really good at this actually, and you were doing it without holding on, but literally stand on one leg. If you do it while you're concentrating, what you'll realize is the foot you're standing on, and you really want to be barefoot or with your socks on, because the shoes support your feet and we want to do it without support. So while you're doing this, feel your toes working, your feet working, your ankles, your calves. Everything is working. Your muscles are micromanaging this. And if you get good at this, start looking around the room, and that will throw your balance and make it harder, but challenge you, because if you forgot how to balance and change leg, if you forgot how to balance, all the neural pathways from your brain to all your muscles, they shut down. But all is not lost because you can open them back up again. So practice. So there's the first balance. And the second one, which you didn't like one way, so it's one foot directly in front of the other, and ideally you want 50% of the weight on front and back. Squeeze your bum. Have this ready because I don't want you to fall over. That'd be a disaster. Squeeze everything, and if you can shut your eyes, bonus points. And then change sides. So at our age, we should be able to hold this with our eyes closed for 10 seconds. That's what we need to build up to. And you're done. Okay, so if you've got any questions, call. And other than that, enjoy. I don't know how long it is. Let me have a look. That was 24 minutes with a lot of chatter. And you'll be able to bring that down by being very, very quick with the setup. And anyway, have a go.